Good evening and happy Friday, everybody. It is June 21st, 2024, here at precisealgorithmtrading.com. And, you know, we talk about it, but, we do automated trading and we do manual trading. And there's benefits, pluses, and minuses to each. And actually, the idea of doing a little bit of both is, in my opinion, some ways of diversification. So you can have diversified systems that maybe your automated trading systems go down one day, but your manual trading systems go up as far as your equity. Obviously, your end goal is to have your equity go up as often as you can, but that's not really um, realistic in trading. So I mean, I shouldn't say it's realistic to do it as often as you can. It's just not realistic that it's going to happen all the time. Um, you you can predict trends, but you can't. I mean, the actual individual price that happens any given bar, whether it's a minute bar, a daily bar, a weekly bar, there's an awful lot of randomness in it. So you have to look at this like it's kind of like the casino, and you can stack the odds in your favor, like the house does, not the gambler, and do as much work behind the scenes as you can to make sure that you've got the odds and that the people you're trading against, you've got a better edge than them. So I'll stop preaching and I'll move on. Our automated trading systems are Dow futures. It's a little bit of a pullback here in the last couple days, I think. Today's the 21st, and we had one little stop loss there. No big deal. I'll take it. This is our Russell that I'm still actually working on. This, there's. I'm going to try to smooth this thing out a little bit, and it's one of the things. Well, one of the tricks that I use to get more data on the screen is to use 24-hour data and then turn it into our market time data. And if this is still on 24-hour data, so this is like acting like it would be trading every minute um, that the market is open, that the Russell 2000 market is open. And I don't want to do that, number one, but I do want to base all my strategy off of the best combination of the most trades. So I base it on that, and then I'll scale it back when I get the best answer to that time frame. Really, when the market's open, that the actual trading market between 9:30 and 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when the rest of the stock market is open, I should say. Anyways, that's what this is, and I have not taken I haven't finished the to get the smoothest equity curve, and two, I haven't taken the nighttime data out of it. Anyways, what did it do today? It's one small stop out, and all right, this is the Nasdaq, and it's on a little bit of a pullback, but we had a new equity peak just the other day, and the stats are really good here, and actually today, um, I think yeah, that one made money all in. Wait a minute, you take all of these trades, yeah, all those trades. It's almost break even, but I'll take it, and I'm actually considering smoothing this one out a little bit as well. I know I can. This is based off of the old data that I had, and all I did was remove the really bad trades, the ones that hit big stop losses. And anyway, I think I can smooth this data out a little bit and make a better equity curve. And so I'm working on that one. Constantly working on the markets personally, just to keep an edge and know what my edge is. And so I've got this little thing down here at the bottom, and I got a ribbon here in the middle that's something. This is an old thing I've been working on the bottom. It's just really another momentum indicator, but it's got a couple of tricks to it that I'll just have you ignore it, and while I'm going through charts, I want to make sure I'm taking a look because there's some things to be gleaned from it, and I'm looking to make some trading signals from it. So, the S&P 500 today went down 8 points, or 0.16%. This futures contract up here went down 0.14%, and that's because it trades a little bit after 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. The S&P is only going to show the close at the end of the actual open market, and it also doesn't have any volume, so we can't see the volume and what it's doing with on balance volume. The Russell today, oops, went up 4.64 points, or 0.23%, and it's very red, and it's it's yeah, it's really not ready um, to pop yet. It doesn't appear, but we do have positive momentum going on. So it's been an intriguing chart for me to watch. And actually, I'm in the middle of an IWM trade, just because sometimes I get in early with the notion of trying to just take the risk because it's a minimal risk. And as of right now, I know where my risk is and I know how to set my stop. That's really it. I'm going to zoom that back out a little bit. We do have some positive momentum going on, but there's not a whole lot to this chart that makes me very happy. So probably should have got out of this at the end of the trading day today, but it does have some long-term good stuff to it. And let's not forget, we've got this thing over here too where I can watch the hourly piece, and it is actually picking up, and that's probably the reason I kept it at the end of the day. But I'm trying to concentrate generally on one chart. So, all right, that's the Russell. The Dow went. What did Dow actually do here? Where is it? It went up 15.5 points, or 0.04%. The Dow futures went up 11 points, and they look like they're climbing. So we'll keep an eye on that too. Next, the NASDAQ didn't move a whole lot today, but I'm seeing some pretty good negative momentum going on. And the NASDAQ went down 32 points, or 0.18%. The futures went down 21 points, or 0.11%. And just for fun, let's look at NVIDIA, that I've been expecting the top on, and I think we finally, I won't call it the top because I think it'll come back, but we finally got a breather here where NVIDIA is coming down. Sorry I'm pausing so much, but I am actually doing some studying while we're going through this for the sake of why I'm doing this in the first place. It's my homework. So let's keep looking here. That's the NASDAQ. Oil picked up really nicely off the bottom, and I missed the trade, and I'm going to stop missing good trades like that. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm waiting for a pullback to actually try to get in, and I might be getting the chance to do that here soon. if you get the notion of the trend ribbon here, when it turns green, it's generally pretty good. Even if the price comes down through it, it gives you a chance to basically rebound into it as long as the thing is still green. And you got to take the risk, and that's what these little levels are on here for, is to set a stop if you get two lower bars in a row. All right, and that's oil. Let's look at gold. That's the wrong chart. GLD. So we got gold going on here, which broke this trend line yesterday, and I went long. My stop is tight. I won't give it very much room, and we'll see if we get a rebound on the next two bars. That's really what it boils down to. DLT for bonds. It's got some good short-term strength, but the long-term looks like it's still pretty down. Coinbase, I got out of Coinbase today because I got stopped out right there. Stopped out with a small profit, by the way, which is kind of the part of the trick. You know, not to take too big of a loss is really part of the trick. And again, this is a place where the this trend ribbon is up, but you know, price is down. So we got to break back up above the trend ribbon. Then, you know, this is probably good to go again. And long-term basis, it looks pretty all right. That's part of the reason I'm looking at this indicator down here, which is a little bit of a cobbled homemade thing. For better signals. So let's keep going. That's sort of, and then we'll look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's been going down, and it's looking like it's got generally negative momentum, but any day now it looks like it should turn around. Flip this thing back to the major market, the S&P 500. We'll take a look at these two charts. So the VIX is really a little bit in no man's land. Make no mistake, if we get a break to the upside like we did back here, this break to the upside created, actually that whole move right there created that pullback. And if we get more of a break to the upside in the VIX, we're going to get more of a pullback. And if we get something like this, we're going to get something more like that. And I think that's probably in the cards here at some point. Probably. And finally, what's this? Okay, put all the markets together, and you know, the general overall market still looks like it's going up. We still got positive momentum, although it's very choppy right now. It's very sideways. And these are dojis. Doji candlesticks are, they're basically a way of looking at indecision in a chart. So the price starts out down here, goes all the way up there, comes all the way down there at some point during the day, and closes pretty much back to where it started. And that's happened now, what, 3 days for the overall market. So, all right. Then let's go over here. And I actually wanted to pull up True Market Insiders and their bullish percent index of the, it's not really theirs, it's right here, investorsintelligence.com. They created it, and you can see as of today's numbers, we went to 43.97, which broke the 44 level, and now we're in a point and figure sell signal officially on the big bullish percent index of the New York Stock Exchange. And that just means short-term weakness, and it could even go into long-term weakness. So it's not going to go all the way down all at once, probably, until it starts breaking through some serious support that's going on in the charts. And last but not least, our point and figure charts, bullish, in stockcharts.com. They're not ours, they're just the ones we use. We're not affiliated with these guys, but it's a great tool. The industrials went down 5.58%, 5.56%, sorry about that. The NYA down 1.13%. The transportation index went up 11.11%, which is sort of fascinating. We didn't look at IYT. The NASDAQ down 0.5%. The S&P 500 went down 0.69%. The S&P 100 went down 1.49%. And the NASDAQ 100 went up 1.72%. So we still have a little strength in the NASDAQ, of course, which we will have. And I said it last night, I'm expecting some more potential for broader participation in some of the rallies, and some weakness really in the big stocks. You know, they used to call them FANG stocks. There's more there, but Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google, and Apple, of course. So I would go back and look at IYT, but I'm just going to do it on my own time. So I suggest maybe you would want to as well. And until next time, take care, guys. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.